You're now tuned into STWF-TV, The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
To take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now, you got to get the team from Curry's kick.
Football.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
Wilson's going to lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball.
Cuts upfield. Hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Well, there goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
In the air along the line in right. Long way to go for Jake. Follows round, and he's got it. And he's up and over.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
What's up? What you doing out there today, fellas?
Yeah,
You heard?
yeah, you heard me. I thought I was pulling the Jakester, man, and have my camera off tonight. Someday, days, Wednesday night, Parlay Perspective. Yeah.
That part. So how's your day today, man? I know, we talked about a little bit backstage, How was it today? Good day, bad day, indifferent?
Fall's in full effect, man, to the point where I woke up this morning. It was kind of chilly outside. I thought I can get away with a winter hat, and I couldn't. I realized that about 10 o'clock when my head was beaming like I was on the grill or something. Listen, that was a cool day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so y'all still got some heat up there then.
I mean, we still got a little bit, you get it between the hours of probably like 10, like Flores, then you start feeling a little, little breeze. But yeah, we getting into that mode of fall. It's been some cold mornings, so.
Okay.
And cold evening. He ain't lying.
Jake, what's the weather like up in your area?
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Cloudy with a chance of Ohio, man. We'll get back to Jake in a second. Jake's on.
No, I'm right here. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm just saying, man.
You just ignore him. Okay.
It was I just didn't realize I was on mute until 30 seconds after I started talking. The normal. It was a nice 73 all day for most of the morning until noon. It was still in the 50s, so not terrible.
I'm jelly, man. I'm so jelly. It's in the 90s here.
Gross.
I think that cold breeze didn't hit too hard on the Cape. That wasn't too good. It was chilly in the morning, though. That's for sure.
That's good weather problems, bro.
Yeah.
Already, man. So, I'm a little indifferent about our first topic tonight.
Already?
I'm acting like a spoiled brat, It's about the MLB postseason, We won it last year. We didn't even make it this year.
All right. Well,
but you know what? I told my brother the other day, it's been so long, fluke. Yeah, I take a fluke. Got to start somewhere, damn it.
Just being garbage like us.
Hey, look,
But I'll take.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll take it though. Considering my whole life that they've been here, we hadn't won anything. Win it last year, I can chill. And we was hurt all year too, so I can't even trip.
Yeah, I got beat up this year.
Yeah, man. MLB postseason is underway, man. Coach, man, don't worry, man. We kind of predicted this was going to happen after the championship. Like you said, man, you can relax in your championship glory. You know what I'm saying? You can live off that for a few more years. The bracket here, crazy right now.
Be real.
I got immediate gratification when I saw the bracket, though. The Astros got eliminated.
Yes,
And that,
Let's go.
and that made my day. I was so happy to see them busted ass Astros eliminated. Same damn thing with the Orioles, because that's a in rivalry thing. Glad they're gone. KC's in there. Hell yeah. Detroit, haven't seen them be good since I was a kid. This is badass. I'm liking it so far.
Detroit's good.
I know, it's crazy thought, right?
Detroit actually pulled a great 2 months of the regular season. The rest of the season, man, they was on hot. They're the hottest team in the MLB.
Now, if the Mets and the Padres can win, it's a great first round.
Yes, absolutely. Mets are up right now, I believe, on the Brewers. Trying to take that 2-0 into the next round. Padres, Braves at, I believe, 9 tonight. Padres hold a 1-0 lead. Took advantage of the Braves. No Chris Sale last night. I guess he's probably done for the rest of the playoffs, is what I'm hearing. But I am disappointed at the advances so far. I'm disappointed at Baltimore. Last year, we've seen how much they rise from their bottoms, years at the bottom, to make the playoffs and lose. And we're kind of like, next year, players are older. They're going to be here next year, and they're going to advance further. For them to lose to the Kansas City Royals, no disrespect to the Kansas City Royals, but to lose and basically a player situation is terrible in how you progressed. Now you're thinking down to yourselves like, damn, we did all that this year.
So them not being it now kind of like backed what I thought was the deal last year. If you remember what I had said, how they're going on that run is because they all too dumb to know how scary it is. Now they know that about pressure. Now they know. Now they had a target on their back. They were favored for most of the season. It's a little different once once the rabbit gets the gun, man. It's a little different, man. So I think that's kind of what happened with them. I think they came down to earth realizing, oh yeah, like we're expected to win now. We're not the lovable losers who are just blowing up because we're young and youthful. And that shit got real this year. They made it to the playoffs though, but didn't they?
Right here.
Yeah, they're right there.
Now,
yeah.
On the AL side, it's the AL Central versus the Yankees. Because pretty much, whichever one of those three teams left, the Tigers, Guardians, or the Royals, they represent the same division. The Yankees are the low team in the AL East, looking for their first pennant since 2009. We gonna figure this out, Yankees. This might be an advantage for New York, but they're not gonna sleep on any of those teams down there. The Tigers, awesome. Actually, the Guardians to me have been the best team in the AL this year. I just think from pillar to post, I think they are the team that if I'm a Yankees fan, I'm scared of to play. That might be a potential ALCS matchup. But on the other side, you got the NL. Braves is still in the situation with players not there. I think of the Padres as the team that you have all these players, all these years of signing these players, the $1 million contracts. You're in a playoff position now, in a playoff spot. You're playing against a horrible Atlanta team. You got to take advantage of it. That second round matchup with the Dodgers is going to be hell, though. But you have basically both their rosters are like hundreds of million dollars. So that would be an exciting matchup just from that aspect. But
I personally think that if I were the Dodgers, I'd rather play the Braves because the Padres have been the hottest team in baseball the last 2 months. They're on a surge. They've barely lost any games, and they're hot as can be right now, and their pitching's on point. Even after losing Blake Snell, it's unbelievable. And real quick, circling back, because I did have something to say about the Baltimore and Kansas City, is that, I'm 100% with Will. They kind of, crash landed back on earth. They were good enough to make the playoffs, but they weren't ready for the heat. It's funny that we say that, though, because the Kansas City Royals were literally in the same boat. They've been bad for like the last 5 years, 3 to 5 years, and they've made the turn quicker. They signed Bobby Witt Jr. that big contract over last winter, and magically everything came together this year. They're in the playoffs. They're past the first round. I think Kansas City is dangerous. I think that's going to be a good series with New York. But yeah, just my little take on those two Two sides right there.
This is as close as New York's gonna get, possibly to another Snorkel title. I'm looking at the bracket right now, and shout out to these teams. Shout out to all three of the teams above. But I spoke to myself yesterday. The MLB, we need the market to be correct. We need Aaron and the Yankees there, and hopefully Ohtani and the Dodgers on the other side. We need that, or some type of mixture. Rather with one of those stars and another team. I'm happy with that. But right now, collision course, Dodgers, Yankees. Hopefully it happens, man. I don't want to see nothing else but that. If anything else happens, we're just going to be like any other MLB fans. We ain't going to be really watching.
I can see that.
Nightshade.
So,
yes, that baseball's trash.
Trash.
So, what do I think about the WNBA playoffs going on right now?
Oh,
Yep.
I disagreed. I disagree with the whole, honestly, like, first
The one game thing?
I hate it. No, I hate the whole, like, top 8 teams make it, so then you're having interchangeable matchups. It should be Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Right now, we have the Liberty playing the Aces, and potentially could be a rematch of the WNBA Finals, but it's in the semis. And though the series has been fire, you know what I'm saying? Liberty's won both games, but last night's game 2 was a great one. I mean, we was on air last night. I got to rewatch it. Miraculous comeback by the Aces, trying to get game 2. Now they go back to Vegas down 2-0. Liberty got a chance to close it out tomorrow night or Friday. You got another solid matchup right now with the Suns and Lynx.
So they do top seed. They don't do East-West. They do top seed. You
They
say
do top seed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of
Which
gotta, but
Yeah.
they should seed the top. Like, I don't know what those two teams should have both been like the number 1 seed on opposite sides. Honestly,
Yeah.
If they don't go by East-West, then yeah, I'm not sure why they wouldn't put them on opposite sides of the bracket. Those are your two best teams easily.
When I seen this bracket, I said Liberty's gonna play the Aces and not in the WNBA Finals. I didn't like it, but the Sun and Lynx, another good series starting in the semis. The Lynx beat the Mercury, easy work. And Connecticut got rid of Caitlin Clark in the Fever with easy work. Pretty much every first round matchup was easy work. Went 2 games. Everyone swept. The Liberty look like they're gonna sweep the Ace. Let's see what the Ace can do at the crib. Connecticut Sun and Lynx are tied 1-1 after 2. Lynx got a W yesterday after pretty much having a chance to win game 1, but game-winning jumper fell short. The Sun, we know they've been that team knocking on the door for years. Rather, they've been in the driver's seat. Last year, they had to take the passenger side to the Liberty. They're not going to go away. So this could be interesting here. Pretty much saying there, I think the Liberty is going to end the Ace. It can go 5. Liberty's still going. I don't think they break and fall down now. And I pretty much I'm going to ride with the Sun to beat the Lynx in the semis. I would love to see the Connecticut Sun and Liberty battle it all out if we're just going to have an Eastern Conference Finals in WNBA final matchup. I mean, might as well have that one.
I agree with them. It's too early for them to be facing. Like, I
just don't like the bracket the way it's set up. They definitely should go at that next year. Hopefully, they change that because some people feel like they were robbed of a potential rematch between the Ace and the Liberty for it all. But instead, the WNBA, and people say it throughout the year, doing dumb shit to fuck the marketing up, fuck up the money. You don't want to.
Yeah, they're trying their hardest to fuck this bag up. Like, they're really trying to. But
going above and beyond.
First thing you did was fuck up Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark should have been in the semifinals right now, but y'all didn't do that right. Second thing is
it was a close game. You could have got away with a few foul calls and you'd be fine. They got to learn how to rig games. They got to figure it out.
Shout out to the NHL. Shout out to the NHL. The NHL got hit this year. Shout out to the NHL. And real talk, I wouldn't be surprised if the NHL did the same shit this year. The NHL did what they supposed to do last year, had their market guy playing a long time in the playoffs, made a Stanley Cup bid. That's how much they cheated. they get the Edmonton Oilers in the finals, man. The MLB need to catch up, and the WNBA need to catch up, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's interesting that y'all brought up Caitlin Clark, because that's why I'm going to bring something to everybody's attention. Her impact on, you know, obviously, you know, we've talked about it all season long. So for game 1, they drew 1.84 million viewers.
Must be nice.
Game 2, 2.5 million average viewers, and it peaked at 3.4 million on ESPN. Since she's been out of the playoffs, the average has been 929,000 viewers.
Nobody got time for that.
So that's a huge impact.
You know, it's kind of a shout of disrespect, but it's the norm. They watched the WNBA this year, a lot of them, to watch her, and that's great for her and all that. Now there has to be ways to kind of keep that up at this time. I mean, hopefully for Caitlin's sake, then the Fever are a much more better team next year, and they make a much more better push in the playoffs, and then that's what you wrong again. But overall, the gap has to be fixed. I don't know right now how it can be fixed, but I know there's a whole bunch of great ladies coming into this game in the next 1 to 5 years, and I hope that they can change that as well.
Caitlin's better than me. Caitlin's a lot better than me, because I would have did like a whole advertisement and went live the next round. I'd have did like a Facebook Live or something live, and I bet you her ratings would have been better, just her talking. And then all them women would have to shut up about like, oh, y'all overrate her. Like, nah, she's why we're like a lot of the people in here. So just get over it.
Yeah, embrace it and use it to your advantage.
But
you know,
Jordan,
like she's bringing these. Go ahead.
Jordan dealt with this too,
right? And that's the point. You know, just if she's bringing them viewers, some people may come in. They could be casual fans that want to check her out, but then another player or team can catch their eye. Boom! Next thing you know, they're cheering for the other team. Just bringing in the eyes that would normally see them, versus all the animosity and jealousy and vileness that was going on.
It's weird because Jordan got some of the same treatment, but it wasn't as covered because there's not much social media. But what really started helping Jordan out once he was in the league, aside from busting everybody's ass, making them believers, was like when Magic and Bird were like, hey, yo, y'all should probably chill. Bro's nice. Like, he's the next one.
Yeah.
And once that was kind of established, then it was just kind of like, oh, okay, everybody's money's going up. We all don't got to wear these tight-ass booty shorts no more.
That part.
We can get sneaker deals. Like, it just became like, oh, he's a net positive. So, and the ladies got to do that with her. They got to endorse her. And they got to
ride that wave.
They got to realize that no matter what you think about like who's good or who's better, it is better for all of you if she's front and center. Simple.
Caitlin's still in the news as well, man, as Sue Bird came in today, had some words in regards to not Caitlin Clark, but the fan base of Caitlin Clark, accusing some Caitlin Clark fans as pretenders, and also pushing racist agendas.
Yay, Sue, you're doing great. Shut up, you're retired.
Basically,
I had the right button for this, but it might be.
It's not the female fans. It's not Caitlin fans. That's a large.
I know which one it is.
That is the large group of people we're talking about. Is the faction of the group that is pushing racist agendas and is pushing hate and creating dividedness online, acting as fans, acting as female fans, acting as Caitlin fans. Now, whether or not they like basketball, I don't know. But that's the group of people we're talking about. Not all female fans, not all new fans, just the ones that are out there pushing the shit. And then basically, Caitlin had commented after their loss to the Sun about this same stuff that's been talked about. And Caitlin said, those aren't fans, those are trolls. Nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, disrespectful, or hurtful comments or threats.
Sue Bird, with all due love and respect.
Shut up, bitch.
Nice.
Not The Rock.
Got some words for you.
WNBA playoffs. Tune in, man. Hey, there's still players playing. There's still ladies playing. Might not be CC. But they need you, B.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So the ladies are wrapping up, and the men are about to get started. Y'all have a chance to check out any of this stuff on the media day?
Some media days. I know they go through a string of weeks, depending on the team. But I've been able to see some media days and be able to see some practices going on. I watched a little bit, about 10 minutes of a Phoenix Suns media day / training camp. Kevin Durant, you know, saying looked like that ball spot, you know what I'm saying? He fixed it.
He just sprayed it.
You know, hey, a good spray, KD. Good spray.
He's not only the spokesman, he's
NBA
the CEO of the company.
NBA, man. I seen Zion leave a presser because they asked him, why isn't Kendrick Lamar on your playlist?
What?
I seen
Okay, the question is stupid, but also like him leaving over that's also dumb. Y'all both, all y'all tripping.
What do you expect from
What
do you expect from a Duke player?
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown is the first question I was asking Jaylen was of course the Olympic snub, and Jaylen laughed at that and he was like, "Come on, man, that's the first question I asked me." Yes, I've seen a little bit. I seen Daddy taking pictures with his son. You know what I'm saying? So
that was dope. Yeah,
that was fire.
That was pretty cool.
It was fire, bro. You can't if you a father and you still hating on that situation, you're weak. You're weak. There was nothing wrong with that. That shit was dope. Like they finally asked him what everybody been asking, what you gonna call him in the court? And he was like, actually somehow he hadn't thought of it yet. You had all this time, bro. Like, Ronnie, figure that shit out, man. You had all this time to think about that. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a fun thing to watch, especially when they get on the court.
Let me see. Got a couple of sound bites.
I'm glad I was never on the weird side of that.
Yeah, because it definitely seemed like you could have been.
But
you made the right call
year. What's your level of excitement and anticipation of playing with your son?
It's a lot of excitement. Just pure joy, to be honest, to be able to come to work every day. Put in the work, hard work with your son. Every day, and be able to see him continue to grow. We push each other. He pushed me, I push him. We push our teammates and vice versa. So just a very joyous, moment for not only for myself, but for our family. And, starting here today with Media Day, we've been in a couple photo booths, did an interview over there with Spectrum. That was pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome. Gives you a lot of life. It gives you a lot of life, especially when you're around young guys. I had a lot of fun, this summer with Ant-Man and Tyrese Halliburton and some of the young guys on the team, and they give you a lot of energy, a lot of life. So to be able to be alongside him, he's 19 years old, be 20 soon in October, it just gives you some more life and the rest of the young guys on the team. So it's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool, man. I can't even hate on it.
I think it's
literally
once
in a few generations
like you had 20 years ago, you came in the league. That's the crazy thing right there. Like, this man still at the podium, still swole as hell.
He's still fresh off of like 6-5-5 or something like that. Like, it's crazy.
And that's circling back to that, Will. It's kind of funny though, because I've never been a LeBron hater. A matter of fact, I call the people that hate on LeBron the real Bron-sexuals, because you guys talk about him more than the actual fans do.
They kind of do.
So that's why there's certain group of people that are the real Bron-sexuals, and it's not his fans.
It's also them. It can be both.
It can be both on both sides of both athletes in question.
Because it is.
It's nauseating.
You know who you are. Dominique, I'm calling you out, Bron-sexual.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew. Shots fired.
So this was the other one. Let me see if I got it here.
Emotional damage.
This one I'm excited about.
What does that mean?
Oh God, headband Clay. Look out, world.
Finals. He said the Mavericks couldn't shoot and said you can. Kyrie said that with you here, now their dreams are possible. What does that mean? You've accomplished everything in your career, but what's it mean to hear that, from your new coach and a new star teammate?
It means a lot. It gives me confidence to keep working hard and be myself. Obviously, Kyrie and I have a deep history being drafted together, same class, to competing against each other in the finals, to gold medal victories. So that was a huge reason why I am here, was because Kyrie spoke that highly of me and him believing that I could help us achieve those goals. And also with Mr. Kidd, I mean, what a legend. I grew up watching him, and you watch his highlight tape, there's still, Luke is close. There's still passes that have never been done before that he was doing. And I'm just excited to learn from him. What a great basketball mind he has. And wow, that means a lot that they really believe those things, because I do too. And I'm so excited to get to work. I love this team, and being around these guys for the last 8-9 days has been amazing. And I think we have all the ingredients for a championship.
That statement, that is one of the things that made me feel old. When he called him Mr. Kidd, it's like, what the hell?
Bitch, that's coach. What are you doing?
You know what's crazy about that? I ain't mad at Clay with that. You know what that comes from? That comes from his father. That comes from his father being a former NBA player, introducing him more than likely when he was younger to all these players, and nothing but respect from Klay Thompson coming back there, calling him Mr. Kidd. Mr. Kidd's probably gonna say, call me coach or call me J Kidd. You know what I'm saying? But Clay, Clay's kind of been that guy. Second thing is, Clay looked hella booted. Man, who is connect down in Texas? Don't tell me. I don't know that.
You know Clay always high, bro. That's how he moves.
Booted. But my thing is, now in Texas, where the laws are kind of different,
edibles,
how's the medicine going to help you day by day? You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, I mean, he's Klay Thompson, so it won't matter anyway. You know, he can call it a joint. You'll be good. But yeah, third thing, coach, and I'm sorry, I'm going to rain on this parade right now. And it's just based off history. The Dallas Mavericks are not getting to an NBA Finals. They are not. There will not be a rematch between the Celtics and the Mavericks. I'm going to let you know that now. I'm sorry to sad you as a fan, but I don't.
Not at all.
You got to back that with something, though.
I'm a back with something. I'm a back with history. I'm a back with history. There has been all the runner-ups, not the Warriors, including the Warriors, but anybody that's won the Western Conference has not went back.
It's a gauntlet to go back. It's a gauntlet to go back if you lose.
Oh, yeah.
It's a gauntlet to go back.
And then
doesn't mean they won't.
That Warriors team, man, in those times. So I'm just going to
be at one point, nobody won 73 games, man. That's why we watch the games. But you're right. It probably won't happen, but I do think they made some decisions roster-wise that will definitely help them moving forward. So, Clay, if Clay can get to be like, all he got to do is be like 12 points a game and all of them threes, that makes you guys infinitely better just to have the threat. He just got to prove that you still should be scared of him and close out on him, because that gives Kyrie and Luka all the space to work. Also, some of the guys down low. So, yeah, I think Dallas still going to be good, but it's 2-game line is when you lose it, it's tough to go back with that gauntlet.
Absolutely.
Everyone on the West Side just calm down. It's going to be the Suns this year.
No, you guys didn't even get better.
My money's on OKC.
We got a real point guard finally.
That part definitely got better, but depth-wise, I just don't know. Like, it's tough for y'all, man.
Hold on. A real point guard is who, though?
Jones. No, he's a real point guard. Jones. Tyus Jones.
No. You got Tyrese Jones, but we know what Tyrese Jones is going to bring. And last time I checked, he's got to call it guard for the offense. But at the same time, he's a six man.
No, don't do that to him too.
No, he's not a modern Ginobili six man. I'm not just
not even that. Not even that. What I'm saying is he's only a six man because of the team he was on was Ja Morant ahead of him. Most teams, he's going to be a starter on that point guard.
And Tuke, honestly, I see Bradley Beal being the sixth man on this team.
He should be. He 100% should be.
His ego let him do that.
Listen.
It don't matter because, like, we're the coach. It's our team. Either you sit there or you don't play. Either one.
Who is the coach there now? Because they got a new coach
The dude that used to coach for the Bucks.
Budenholzer?
Oh, Buden. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Buden ain't playing that shit.
Nah,
yeah, he'll come off the bench. Buden
he's from the Popovich tree, right?
What happened? Yeah,
he's from the Popovich tree, right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
And that's why I was saying not only do we have a real point guard now, we have a real coach too. Because the guy last year sucked.
Yeah, Monty wasn't great. Not his best year. He had some okay.
Oh no, it wasn't Monty. Monty's in Detroit. I forget.
Who was it last year?
It was the dude that used to coach for the Raptors, I think.
Vogel?
Wayne Casey?
No, Vogel. It was Vogel.
Vogel. Oh, I used to like Vogel. No, you can't say he's not a real coach. He's a real coach. He just did.
Vogel's on the bench now. I'm loving it.
Yeah, Vogel's
J.K. brought him in today.
Yeah, Vogel's a good coach. He just his philosophy. You got to really buy into him, and I think people stop buying into him overall in general. But I don't even know if that was really necessary because he's coached some good team. He was pretty good with the Pacers. He had them balling.
Yeah.
Vogel's not a bad coach, but maybe not the right coach for all them superstars over there. I don't know how he is. Yeah, I don't know how he is with egos.
Nah. See, I'm gonna be real with you. It's just this fucking Phoenix Suns. They ain't got nothing.
You're probably right.
Because Vogel, people gonna say bubble championship, and he had a whole bunch of divas on that Lakers team. He had a whole bunch of divas on that Lakers team. So there's no difference over here. I mean, I just feel like the Suns as a team, this may have not been the team that should have been constructed. But you want to construct that because you see everybody winning and you want to win. Yeah, so Vogel's an X's and O's guys. He's an X's and O's guys, but that wouldn't work in LA. It wasn't as respected because Coach Braun probably know more than him. So, like, then he come over here and they do the same thing. I don't know. It just – what up, Dominic? Look at this man. My man.
What's good?
Up. You missed.
Raiders must have won or something because he's here.
Oh yeah, Raiders. Two in a row, man. You know, Dom feels himself, man. You see him.
Oh, that's why he's around.
Yeah.
That checks out. That all makes sense now. What up, Nick?
So, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. I think it went down over the weekend. But we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But how you guys feeling about the cat trade?
Oh yeah.
Listen here, dog.
Me too. Like 3 in the morning. Like, yo, we gotta do a pod on this.
Real quick. New York wanted some new pussy. They're like, man, fuck that old pussy. We need some new pussy. We trying to get to a championship, dog. We see the Celtics over here doing moves and winning championships. We want to be that team, man. I think, honestly, I didn't think they was gonna jump the gun, but we questioned ourselves: will they jump it, and how fast would they jump it? And they jumped it, man. And hit all types of like financial stabilities and inflexibilities to go get him. So they wanted him. So they had a master plan in their mind, and it reads how to beat the Celtics. Because ultimately, this was what the move did, was kind of get you into that outlet. I don't know if you could beat the Celtics, but this is a good signing. I like it. I don't know what Cat's gonna do. I don't know how Cat's gonna change the way he plays. I like it. I like it for New York. I like it for New York, man. But the only thing about New York is, and we're fans of all the teams in the world. But the New York fans are the most gas fans in the world. So after
they barely got to do anything, and then they're throwing a parade already. Remember when they won the one playoff game?
So they can't have that mentality. They have to have this mentality like, this is your team. And if it doesn't work, this may be pretty much it for the New York Knicks. I don't know. So hopefully it works, man. Minnesota, on the other hand, like it for them as well. Makes Ant the full centerpiece of the team if he wasn't already. And you get to keep your role guys, which you wouldn't have been able to keep if you would have kept Cat. Rumor was it that McDaniels, Naz Reid, a bunch of those young guys who stepped up this year for Minnesota wouldn't be able to be kept by Minnesota if they kept Cat. We kind of knew that Cat or Gorbert would be the person gone. I feel like for the purposes of this team, I feel like Cat was the right move. He's been the move in my eyes to go somewhere for the last 3 years. I was actually hoping the Celtics were to go get him. But the Knicks go get him, and now he gets to play against the Celtics a few times a year.
He went back home because he's a Jersey kid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jersey.
Great. I think it's a great move, but I fear that the same thing that kind of crushed Cat with the Wolves is kind of crush him here. The way the team is built is he's going to just end up standing in the corner a lot. But hopefully it's not as bad as it was. Maybe they will feed him, and they do a little more ISO because of Brunson. That's how he cooks. So, yeah, they got a good defensive team. If he's not a good defensive player, but if he at least protects the rim a little bit,
he's serviceable.
Yeah. Is Mitchell still there? Did Mitchell stay?
Mitchell's still there, but they're looking to trade him, trying to get some pieces back. Trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, they should probably try to trade him for some bench help and let Cat start at center. And then I kind of like that team. Defensive wings, scoring point guard. It's a good little unit. I don't see them being better than the Celtics, but I can see them playing the Celtics to 7 games. I think they got defenders to make it tough for Tatum and Jalen. So it's a good team, man. Good for New York. The league is. The Knicks are one of those teams like the Raiders, and like the league is better when they're good. It just is. So look forward to seeing them play some basketball late into the season.
I think Dominic had a question.
They might not be better than Indy, James. You're right. They might not be better than Indy. But the problem with Indy is that I think their situation is more fragile because if Halliburton is like down, it's it. They're done. They're not good.
Yeah.
But like if Brunson was like struggle or whatever, they still got 2 other good wings who can score and pass. I think they can survive an injury a little better.
I'll be real with you. This was the missing piece last year, I feel, for the Knicks. And why they didn't beat Indiana last year. And we said this before the New York-Indiana series, that the bigs, at least that Indiana has, to me, were more ready than
there's just more of them. There's also more of them. Yeah.
Right. So this year, I feel just adding Cat and not saying that Cat's the best defender, but you got Cat there. That's something that players on the other side of the court's gonna, for a second, take in. And I feel like if the Indiana Pacers played the Knicks in a rematch, I feel like the Knicks will beat them this time. That's just my opinion. But I still like Indy to improve this year as well. So I mean, I wouldn't be for a rematch at the Garden start.
The Knicks, they didn't have a big last year that could stress you out defensively. Randle was supposed to be that, but he was hurt for the playoffs. So, like, they need somebody like now. Cat stresses you out as a defense, even if he's not averaging the 25 he probably could. When he stretches out to that corner, you have to guard that.
You got to be honest with it.
You have to guard that, and so it just makes it more difficult to defend. So, I think they're going to be good. Dominic says, what about the Spurs? Oh, Spurs are going to look good too. But I think they're still a year away from being a year away.
Right.
They're young.
They got the service man, Chris Paul. You know, Chris Paul can turn you to a playoff team quick. Wemby, though, is the guy right now. Wemby has gained over 20 pounds. He's 235 now. So you're going to probably see a little bit.
He should stop there.
I think so. Yeah,
Stop there. Stop there because you're 7'5" and your joints weren't really built to carry much more than what you got on now.
7'5" and weighs less than me. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. For both of you. It's odd about both of you.
That looks crazy.
Yeah.
That felt like a diss, but I know you were talking about me and him, but it sounded like, both of you when I was talking about my weight. That was hilarious.
Well, I mean, like we're all in reference, not where we should be. Like he's 7'5" and he only weighs 235. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Absurd.
Yeah.
And one more thing for Dominique, man. You know, he always gonna speak about my Lakers. Yeah, we got the same team. Good move. It has to be a good move. I mean, what more can you do? I mean, we still got 2 of the top 15 talents in the world. Let's see what we can do with it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't give that much
That's all. No, you know me. You know my
It's like, what is that? What kind of question is? I mean, what kind of statement is it? This is like
he will not do
you
that.
have a clear. He's so agendaed up. It's weird.
He won't do. LeBron, if people don't realize, Bronny, you see him taking all these pictures and all that with LeBron. That's stuff that LeBron's like, my son better be in this. But one thing is he can't do is push his son onto the actual opening night NBA roster. Bronny's gonna be with a G League team at some point during the season. They'll bring him up for a session with LeBron, of course, and maybe in the game, like Dom said, they're up 20, you put Bronny in. But that's all I see in that. He's a professional. I feel like he'll be a professional in this aspect as well, LeBron.
Right.
The Bucks, and we'll answer this last one about the Bucks. The Bucks are old, bro. They're old, and if they don't get young, then it's gonna be over for them. They're gonna have to this year maybe trade one of these pieces that's still expendable, like a Chris Middleton, unless he's still hurt. Brook Lopez, one of these guys to try to get younger somewhere because they just get old. That's just me.
Bucks are screwed. They put themselves in a spot. They decided to go all in for now, and they did it 3 years late with Dame.
Yeah.
The move should have been them trading Drew for Dame a while back, but Drew also helped them get the one ring, so they wanted to rock with him, and then ended up trading him anyway. Stupid.
Giannis has what, 2 years left in his contract?
Your game,
yeah, and like it's gonna be tough. I know people are gonna think that he's gonna leave, but also probably not. I mean, I guess he could, but they went out and got Day and they tried. Like I think whenever he ever speaks up, they actually make moves. So it's gonna be tough to just be like, yeah, well, you didn't do enough. I'm out. Doesn't mean he won't do that, but that's gonna be rough.
I like the early rumors though. Let's go get him.
Dallas.
Free going to Chicago Bulls, dog.
I don't know if it works with Dallas unless one of them guys go. That's too many cheat cooks in the kitchen.
No, Kyrie's a free agent after next year, I think. I think it will be Giannis for Kyrie if it happened.
Or they'll just maybe side and trade them both. But yeah, he's not gonna want to go there. So yeah, maybe they just flat out just sign him and let Kyrie walk.
And Kyrie don't like Giannis anyway.
Freak replaces Braun in LA. That seems like a more likely path. But also, does Greek want to just go to LA to be mediocre? Because that team isn't built for him to come in and make it a championship.
My man, he already got some wealth already. But Magic going to LA, him. That's like Eddie Murphy coming to New York and coming to America. Generational wealth, baby.
That's fine. No, that's fine too. But if that's what his motivation is. If his motivation is winning, I wouldn't go to LA. Not that y'all ain't winners perennially. I mean, right now it's not set up.
Right. That because Giannis kind of carries himself as a guy that's just.
I want to win.
But this is one thing I say, and
he's a Kobe disciple.
I've seen the change, and I say the media always gets to you.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, it will get into him. And I feel like he's still basketball-oriented guy. You don't hear,
what they'll do?
You hear much about him this season. Oh, he's working out. He's in the gym now and all and that.
You know what Lakers will do? Y'all will put the full court press on, and it's going to be – watch when this happens. It's going to be wall-to-wall with coverage of people calling Giannis, being like – saying to Giannis, yo, you can go into where your mentor played. You can go be where Kobe was. You can go take Kobe's team and take over. That's the only way I think they're gonna get it done, though, because I don't think the lore of Hollywood is gonna intrigue him. I think if I was doing a scale, I think he's closer to Joker than he is to like LeBron or anybody wanting to be like that star. I think he wants to fucking win. That's it. But if he does, that'd be crazy, man. Giannis with the Lakers. Motivation is B-level movie. I mean,
the Lakers. So him and Bronny.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be fine.
I mean, I assume unless he makes a colossal jump, that the Bronny ordeal will be over with his father. Unless they can find a way, like.
That's all.
And here's the one thing that you can't discount. Dr. Buss was pivotal in the Lakers' success from beginning to end. Since he's been gone, they haven't been able to really replicate that magic that he once had.
Not like they got a one-off. They got a one-off with the bubble. But like, yeah, it hasn't been as easy. Also, like, not everyone else is there too. Like, is Pelinka still there? I think Pelinka's gone too, right?
No, he's still there. He's still the GM.
Oh, Pelinka's still okay. Well, then yeah, they got the nucleus anyway. Yeah, but yeah, no bust. That's big against them. They still kind of move like him though. Let's go buy a champion. They always, I mean,
you got to. You're the Lakers.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready for his break for tonight?
You need like
let's hang a banner for the bubble ring.
Yes, go. Do it.
All right.
Now.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
We've also seen a lot of Joe Hendry on NXT television, and not only have we seen him on NXT television, he's like being in prime spots. WWE has to like buy him out or something, right?
I don't know, man. They're playing it perfectly. They're playing it perfectly. He gets all access to the PC. He's doing meet and greets. He's doing autograph signings. I think they're playing it perfectly. And he's still being employed by TNA. We know that his contract ain't up for another few years, so they're playing it perfectly, and everybody's winning. Joe Hendry wins, WWE wins, TNA wins, NXT wins, Shawn Michaels wins, Triple H wins. Everybody's eating.
You heard?
No, you heard it.
You heard.
We back here in the studio, man. Play, parlay. We here to play on the parlay perspective. We back at you.
You heard the man.
Just a little bit of breaking news out of Massachusetts. There's the Dana Barrows Basketball Club up here in Massachusetts. I believe yesterday, or maybe it is today or yesterday, a young basketball player died after suffering an apparent medical emergency at the basketball club on Tuesday evening. Kid was a sixth grader. His name is not announced in this article at all. Brockton Public Schools confirmed the child was a student in the district. Taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead, man. Sad.
That's awful. Rest in peace, young man.
My condolences go out to that man. Your family was a sixth grader, basketball career. At that point, starting to take some type of leap.
Just starting.
Basically, yeah. In that case, yeah. In most cases, that's like when you're like, I want to do everything that guy's doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's rough.
So, college football, man.
That's one way to transition.
I know, right? Get up in there. Put it in the hole, damn it.
Go in. Wave it a 4-4.
So AP top 25. We have a new number one for this week. Alabama, after that epic battle that they had against Georgia, which I might say, for that to have been an SEC game, it looked more like a Big 12 game.
Yeah, or like a Pac-12 game. Like, there was no defense.
No defense.
But honestly, they played defense in like spurts. Because early on, it wasn't just a shootout right away, but then it became one, and then all defense stopped. Yeah, not crazy. Ryan Williams, the GOAT. Him and Zach. Jeremiah Smith, the GOATs.
So the top 10, I was surprised. Michigan's in there 4-1. Jake, how did that make you feel? Deserve it for them?
Disgusted.
I mean,
you think it's too high for them?
Well, you know, I think top 10's fine. They're 4-1. They've only lost one game. If Georgia dipped and fell And when Michigan lost to the soon-to-be number one team when they were there, they dipped pretty substantially. They've won games, not convincingly, but they've still won the games. So what happens when you win? You climb. So, I mean, top 10, I mean, it's fine. It makes sense. If they lose again, they're going to drop again. But I don't see them making the playoffs this year, no. But, I mean, we got to see what happens at the end of the year. But as an Ohio State fan, yeah, disgust me. But I'm going to be realistic here.
Surprising to me. But like you said, man, they got that good win against Southern Cal. And you see a couple other teams. Miami took to the max the other night. There's a bunch of teams here, man, that lean back. Texas to lose the number one spot. I can see why they did that. Didn't really look like a dominating game last Saturday in that aspect. Bama deserves his number one ranking for once again putting the clamps on Georgia and making people realize that at least for a week, that old Nick Saban don't got to be there for Alabama to be good. Alabama can be good anyhow.
I mean, I'm still the team he built, but sure.
I'm looking forward to when my Longhorns play the Georgias in 3 weeks. I think they play Georgia. I like their chances. Like, we opened up, the segment talking about Alabama and Georgia. It was pretty much a track meet for the most part of it. And for that reason alone is why I like Texas' chance. I think Texas has a better defense than both of those teams.
Yeah, I mean,
now it depends. Now, if young Manning is in there, then yeah, no, he still got some growing to do. But if Ewers is in there, it's a completely different game. He's already shown he can beat Alabama in Alabama. He should have beat him twice. He got hurt the first game.
He got hurt the first game, and it looks like there's gonna be some more stir up as the week ends. Ewers is practicing once again, and he's ramping hard to get that QB1 spot back as soon as he's ready to play.
He's gonna be the starter for the Red River robbery. I'm pretty sure of that. Got to get it back in there. Say what?
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dominique, man, you're a Colorado Buffaloes fan, and you are impressed with him. Me, I'm impressed, but not like overly impressed. I'm not. If that makes sense. I'm impressed that through the games right now that the record is not what it was at this point last year. When you collapsed at the end of the month and then that was your season. That comes with, another year's experience. But, I mean, if you look at the schedule, you haven't really played anybody yet.
They're not even top 25, are they?
No, and this the first week that they got to vote. They got to vote in the AP for this past this ranking that's in there now. They got to vote.
Colorado is behind teams like Pittsburgh, BC, James Madison, South Carolina, Kentucky, SMU.
Okay. And it's only going to get worse starting this week because they're about to face Arizona, who I think will beat them.
Well, they play Colorado State.
No, they already played them.
Oh, they play Colorado State this week?
Oh, Kansas State. Sorry. I believe Kansas State's their opponent this week.
Oh, K-State and Avery Johnson, huh?
Yep. K-State this
week.
Yeah,
they play K-State. Yeah, then Arizona. Yeah, they're going to lose to K-State. They're going to lose to Arizona. They probably beat Cincy and Texas Tech. They're going to lose to Utah. Yeah, this team ain't going nowhere fast.
Now, that Texas Tech game is going to be interesting.
Yeah, because they can play.
With that in, there's a little bit of history between Deion and Coach McGuire. Coach McGuire was a high school coach when Deion's oldest son played for Cedar Hill. And there was some tension there.
Also, Dominic, let me find out you supporting this athlete.
He's supposed to.
That's an interesting take to not worry about nepotism there, though.
I will say there was a team mentioned that got a vote, and I would have been fine with them getting at least a 25 spot, and that's Kentucky beating Ole Miss. This is the second top 10 team, almost only lost to Georgia by a point, and then goes to beat number 6 in the toughest division in football. Kentucky, I think, deserved a ranked spot with that on their resume.
Kentucky ain't deserved nothing.
But as Will says, you don't get pat on the back for almost. So
listen here, I'm gonna tell everybody this one on wax. Dominique, I'm gonna support you tonight in Colorado Buffaloes. People say they're gonna lose to Kansas State. People say they're gonna lose to Arizona. I got news for you guys. In 2 weeks' time, or the next week, Colorado will be in the AP top 25, and even if it's at the bottom, they will beat Kansas State and they'll beat Arizona. I'm pinning on wax right now. Shador and them will make it interesting as the season goes. But like you said, may not make the BCS, but they're gonna make it interesting for people before they eventually choke. I think they hit the AP top 25 in the next 2 months.
Hey, Bob, we'll go all out for Deion's last year there.
You think this is last year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's gonna want to be whatever city his son goes to help him transition. Bulldogs not losing another game. Okay.
Bulldogs who? Georgia?
Georgia, they struggled against Clemson. They lost to Alabama. They struggled against who is somebody else they struggled against too. Just not the same. It ain't the same Georgia team as in the
they struggled against Kentucky, coach. That's who you forgot.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, we see them in 40 acres.
Yeah, they put up 13 points against Kentucky. That's awful.
By the way, I feel bad for any SEC team that does have to play Kentucky, though. That defense is SEC style. The offense is Division II.
And think about it. We talking about the Georgias and the Texases and the Alabamas. You can't sleep on Tennessee.
Nope.
Oh, you preaching.
I know you don't.
Right.
Those teams you just mentioned, the Alabamas, the Georgias, all that. I mean, Georgia's season's probably already over, but Tennessee about to end one of the other two seasons. Tell you that right now.
Nah, season ain't over. They fired. Was it one loss?
Oh no.
Playoffs.
At some point, even in an uncomfortable ranking that you're at or something, Tennessee gonna do something to one of those boys.
Hey, remember too, the more playoff games you want, the less these games are gonna matter.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And Tennessee's gonna make it uncomfortable to where they beat, say, I don't even know if they play Texas.
Yeah, I do want to know in the SEC. I'd love to see who's gonna win the SEC overall.
Yeah, that's the whole.
It seemed like it should be Texas, but I mean,
this big birthday
I believe for Texas to win the SEC, they will have to see somebody for a second time, and that is something that is. It's not unique to the SEC, but it's always hardest in the SEC to have to play somebody again.
Well, if they beat, I expect them to beat Georgia. If they beat Georgia, they won't see them again.
They won't see Georgia unless Bama loses twice or something.
Right. Which is highly unlikely.
Fair. All right, we'll see.
It's getting good. It's pretty cool
Y'all don't
that
face Bama this year?
Huh?
Y'all don't face Bama this year?
Nope.
Y'all was scared, huh? No.
What? We wanted to win against them boys. What you talking about? In the last 2 years.
He ain't won no Milrow. He ain't won none of Ryan Williams. He don't want none of Jam.
Now, huh?
What's his name? Jam. Oh, it's Jam Miller, right? Yeah, Jam Miller, they're running back. All right, my fault. Go ahead. I'm deep.
No, you good.
So
we do.
Yeah. So Will had opened it up. No, he had mentioned somebody. I've been tracking freshmen for going into week 5. And they've got actually a pretty good ranking here. They got like the top, I think it's the top 7, top 8 freshmen. So who do you think is number 1, Will?
Top number 1. I mean, it should be Jeremiah Smith, but maybe they go Ryan Williams. It's one of the two. Should be anyway. Unless it's a quarterback, Raiola, maybe.
Raiola, yeah, it could be, but I think you got it right. It's
Man familiar
yeah.
with this game.
Have it right now. Oh, it's Ryan they got because he's so young. Look at his catch, and then look at the moves after this. Oh, y'all can hit it cover. Y'all see my y'all need to chill. Y'all need to talk this out. I'm gonna go this way. He sent them into.
It was the fact. It was the fact that he took a minute during the spin to look at them and then finish the spin and run and get the touchdown. It was hilarious. Perfect.
It's the fact that he started a players only meeting on the field, and then took off and scored. Yeah, it's that boy nice. They have him at number 1 over Jeremiah Smith. That's wild. Huh.
So the good thing about him, obviously, a lot of social media has a chance of Brian Williams is 17, which is trending on X, but he's got fourth quarter heroics in 2 of the games so far this season.
That's a base. That was about as close as you get to a buzzer beater as you get, by the way. He basically, the only thing left was just like a couple plays and a attempt at a Hail Mary, but didn't matter. He basically ended that game. It's crazy. True. Kid's nasty, bro. Nasty.
Now, number 2 is your other guy, Jay's guy, Jeremiah Smith. 6'3", 215. They say he would be a lock at it. Yeah, he's pro-rated right now, like you said. Yeah, that I watched the game they played against Marshall, I think. He didn't really go off that much. The scary thing about Ohio State, they got a good 1-2 punch in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Which opens up for this guy to go do what he does. He's got great one-handed catches. He's on SportsCenter almost every weekend.
Yeah, he could start Sundays today, I think.
And I believe he was the number 1 prospect for the coming out of high school, right, Jake?
Correct. He's number 1.
And I'm sure Ryan was right behind him. I'm sure your guy was on that, like close behind him in Wingo, and my guy from the Gators, Mizell. This is a great class of freshman receivers.
Yeah, it is.
Truly scary speed
and like Coach said,
great session tonight. Will, Coach, my man. You have a good one, Doc. Dominic.
Take care, man. Have a good night, brother.
What's up, Bailey? How you doing?
So that's the thing, like Coach was pointing out though with Ohio State, is that when the passing game isn't flowing because Howard, the great 1-2 punch in the backfield with Henderson and Judkins is unbelievable. And then when they start getting stopped, it opens up the passing game, like Coach said, and Jeremiah Smith's making those crazy plays. Carnell Tate's starting to get his footing again. Ibuka is probably one of the best blocking wide receivers in college right now. He made tons of blocks that opened up a ton of plays this last week against Michigan State. And Ibuka also does the stuff in the catching game, but he's mainly there as like a senior leader that's helping coach these young guys. And it's just a really good mesh of things going on for the offense. Couldn't have worked out better.
Gotcha.
Who's
number 3?
Oh, thanks.
Running back, Caden Durham, LSU. True freshman running back.
I should have known when you built this up for a while and you let that shit ride. I was like, this is going to be a guy from Texas somewhere.
I was looking at it. The top 3 of the top 5 guys are from Texas, and they're all from DFW area. 2 are from the same high school. Yours truly. But Caden Durham, he accounted for 150 yards on the first 2 touches. And he actually was named On 3's True Freshman of the Week for week 3.
He got 150 yards and 2 touches?
2 touches. First 2 offensive snaps.
Nobody, I feel like, it's wild. I don't know what's happening.
He took a short pass to the house for 71 yards out of the first play from scrimmage. And the next drive had an 86-yard run where he ran out of gas at the 1.
He Barry Sanders did. That's great.
But like I was telling Mr. Dale, that's your best running back right there. He's going to be the starting running back before the season is over. He's a sprinter that just happens to play running back.
Kind of seems like he already is. No, but they're getting him the ball in space. Is what they got to do.
5'9", 205 pounds.
That's perfect.
It's a bowling ball.
Basically Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Size. Chill out.
Number 4. is another Duncanville Panther.
Oh,
Edge rusher Colin Simmons from Texas. 6'3", 245 pounder. Last week against Mississippi State, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble.
Active, very active.
Great first step. He reminds me of DeMarcus Ware in his stance, coming out of his stance. And this part surprised me. He actually leads the Longhorns in sacks on the season.
4 sacks.
True freshman. Number 5, cornerback Xavier Brown from Alabama.
Wow.
Former top 50 prospect. He was targeted much of the night, but he bowed and came up big in the most consequential plays of the game. Is that the one that picked the ball off in the end zone?
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible throw. But hey, he brought it in.
Said Mississippi State is hot garbage.
You know it's a bad throw when the cornerback's struggling to catch a missed throw.
I know, right?
Who was this too?
Number 6. This one scares me a little bit as a Longhorn fan. It's quarterback Michael Hawkins from Oklahoma. He replaced Jackson Arnold. This past week was his first game. He ripped a 48-yard touchdown run on Oklahoma's first drive. So he scrambles.
He solely won that game against Auburn, and Auburn had a lead on them that game and came back. It was unbelievable. It was a star in the making kind of game.
He went 10 of 15 for 161 yards and rushed for 69 in the tub on 14 carries. He's out of
cook his own career.
Yeah, he'll be transferring here soon. But this Hawkins kid, he was he didn't catch on to the senior year of high school, if I'm not mistaken. But his senior year, he threw for 3,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, rushed for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. So he's versatile. He's a dual threat.
Yeah, that's gonna make them dangerous.
Number 7, wide receiver Bryant Westco of Clemson. He would be the headliner, but he's got the other 2 guys in front of him.
Right. Yeah.
It's good to see Clemson waking up a little bit. I still think this might be Debo's last year because he sounds like he's going to refuse to go into the transfer portal, and he's going to keep being mediocre without it, unfortunately.
That bro going to keep fielding entirely white teams.
Dude, Westco's averaging 34 yards per catch. Insane.
Just the mayonnaise lineup that he got going is wild.
Bunch of Will Levises.
Thank you guys for bringing it up. It's better coming from you all.
Yeah.
Y'all got the card.
So it's real bright in that locker room. No lights.
And then number 8, quarterback Dylan Raiola from Nebraska.
Okay, Raiola made the list. Good shit. He probably would have been higher on the list, but he did have one game that they lost that he did not play that well.
Lost to
So
Illinois.
like the whole team was getting it was one of those games where it's like, oh yeah, that team is a almost professional team versus Nebraska's not fielding. He's still building. Rule's still building, so he's got to really.
Oh yeah.
He got to get those real big.
It's fine. It's sad.
He don't got the biggest guys on the line yet, and you notice it in that game. Everybody's just getting pushed around. So,
hey you'll find out what he is on Saturday when they play Jersey's finest, baby.
Rutgers, right?
Yes, undefeated Rutgers. Don't forget,
undefeated Rutgers. Undefeated.
They put some respect on it.
Undefeated Rutgers.
Yeah,
yo, I made a comment about Rutgers earlier, but it wasn't even about football. I was just saying, like, the program in general, in terms of like that school, is on the rise. They got a couple good prospects in basketball this year too. Rutgers is trying to clap back right now.
Rutgers trying to clap back, man. They said Ray Rice, man, we missed you, dog.
I respect it. It's been a long time since Ray Rice and McCourty.
Yeah,
McCourty, I think, was there.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Both McCourties were there.
Both, right? Yeah. McCourty family.
Rutgers in the house.
All right.
Hey, Rutgers one of them teams that I talk about. When they good, it's kind of a funner league.
It is. Good. That's why I'm celebrating with Two's BC balling this year.
That's beautiful.
Another win, baby. I'm
triple. Like I'm tripling up on that one because I called that they were going to be better this year, and it's Boston. I mean, I'm just happy for Tutu. We enjoy the Boston thing.
We just got to keep on winning these games, man. Listen here, just keep.
Castellanos got to get Castellanos back healthy though. He is the team.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that Castellanos is out. And they're still winning those games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We good though. We gonna be all right though. Coaching's getting these wins. Just let everybody know. It was a big difference from last year. I got dreams of playing in Miami.
Billy O the GOAT.
Wasn't he at Penn State at one point in time?
Billy?
Yeah. Before he went to Houston?
Maybe. I thought he went from our staff to there, though. He might have. I don't know. It's a good question. I'll look it up. Keep going.
Before we get into our picks, we got to talk about the hottest thing going on in the NFL right now. And that is, where will Davante Adams end up at?
Here we go.
Because he's going to get traded.
Look, I had 3 teams, and 2 of them were already announced as definite possibilities, and it was the Jets, and the Saints, and I also throw in Green Bay. I know it was 3 to 5. Those are the best 3. Those are probably the most obvious 3. But it was stated that he wants to play with a quarterback that he's already had chemistry with and has already played for. Aaron Rodgers is currently in New York, which is a destination spot. Derek Carr is currently in New Orleans. So those are the top 2 prospects as is right now. And if I had to say so, I'd say, yeah, that makes sense.
Good call, Coach. Yes, 2012, 2013, Penn State, and then went to Houston. Good call. Very better than mine. Go ahead, too.
Oh, Davante Adams, where you gonna go? I mean, ideally, you put the Jets up there because him and Aaron, they kind of the same. So why not have these guys together? Number 2, I still feel like Pittsburgh, but it depends on where Pittsburgh is at when Davante gets cut loose and traded.
It does matter. You're right.
And
hugely important.
The 3rd team, dark horse, and I winked to Coach the other night, and I said, Coach, I think this is going to happen. And now, since we've heard the news of how the financial stability is with his contract, Jerry Jones and the fucking Cowboys better answer the fucking phone. They better get a trade in for Davante. We need another receiver. Brandon Cook's old ass is out for this week's game. He's complaining of injuries. We can't deal with Tolbert after CD. We need somebody else. We need Davante. I'm putting Dallas on the list. Guys. Crazy.
All right, so I think we've cleared out most of the obvious except for the Chiefs, which was I thought the slam dunk home run here. But like you said, he did say he want to play with a quarterback, blah, blah, blah. But I also think we got video of you talking shit on the sidelines. If I'm the Raiders, I'm trading him exactly not to the 2 teams that he wants to go to, which are the Jets or the Saints. Those are the 2 places I would never trade him now because he's being a dickhead. So
they're not going to trade him to Kansas City because it's in the division.
Because it's in division, but also maybe they just hate him that much that they. Sometimes I've seen Bill do this. I've seen Bill, and I'm not saying that they will do it, but I've seen Bill Belichick literally be like, "I can't stand you so much. I'm going to show you how little I respect you. I'm going to trade you in division, and you're never going to do shit against us." And he's done it. Now, it won't work out that way if they try that because he will come back 150 and 2 touchdowns on them immediately. Like,
right.
It could happen. They could trade him with the Broncos.
No, I mean, no. I get what you're going for, but why would he? He would never.
I've got the odds here in front of me.
I would say here's a dark horse that's scary too. 2 dark horses that are really scary.
I know one of them you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Yeah, one of them is our Detroit Lions, which is a situation that would be scary for the rest of the league because that pushes everyone on that team down to 2 and 3 receivers. He's the number 1.
Okay, and that's not the one I was thinking.
The other place is the Niners.
Oh, okay. I wasn't thinking either one of those.
Huh. I caught you off guard. Huh? Yeah, the Niners, because they have the cap room for it, and it's not going as well as they thought, paying Ayuk $30 million to drop balls. So I think they made it quite clear they need to put somebody else out there. So that could be a case too. And people don't realize they have the cap room because they're not paying the quarterback anything.
That's right. So my choices are I was thinking of the Commanders.
Oh, that's another one. So that was probably like the next one to look. Because I heard people talking about that one too. Yeah.
They can take his salary cap, and they have next year. They are projected to have $170 million in cap space.
Yeah, they could pay him the most he's ever been paid.
Yeah,
to play with a young up and coming quarterback.
Look at to his face.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
I would hate to see that because we're struggling. Philly's the train wreck. The Giants are the Giants. And they figure, you know what? We haven't been in this position in a while. If we're going to strike, now's the time to strike. New ownership, new regime in there, rookie quarterback that's balling at a historic level.
Playing well.
Yes, it is. So, but I will say, and it's not shot at you, Bobby. I am anticipating the letdown when the Saints don't trade for him, because Saints Nation, boy, it's a fever. It's bubbling over. I'm looking at all the social media. They're looking at trade scenarios, how he fits in. Yeah, it's a
Hercules. They're so happy.
Go up and smoke.
That'd be absolutely wild. You think about that with the Commanders. You got that young kid Zacchaeus, McLaurin already.
Yep.
Browns
got
over there
in the backfield.
McCaffrey, Ertz at tight end. I mean, all those toys for Jaden Daniels to have at his disposal. That's just ridiculous.
You think the Bears are kicking themselves right now?
A lot of pressure. Bears probably. You know who else should take a look at this if they can? I don't know if they got the money for it, but the Bills should take a look at this.
Yeah.
I also heard someone say the Ravens. Scary.
Yep.
But I think it'd be a waste.
It'd be a waste. I don't really look at his other receivers.
Now let's line them up in between the hash marks.
That's what I'm saying. Unless he's gonna play running back, I don't know why he's going there. I heard somebody wild say Houston, which is absurd. The Chargers would be fun. And after that, it's a bunch of. Or would the Rams reach out since they're dying? And once they get them all back, this would be amazing.
No, I don't think so.
They don't have the money. I doubt they have the money.
I only say that. Whatever situation he's in, it's obviously gonna be. And he's a good athlete. He's a good player. So it's gonna be a lot of teams that he can go on where, like you said, Will, a couple minutes ago, even with the Lions, he's in number one. And I feel like it's players on the Lions team will respect that because they've all played in that situation where they weren't number ones. So they're kind of humble to just be where they're at. You know what I'm saying? So it would definitely probably be with a team that has that regard at receiver. It is no hurt feelings by signing him and then making him the number one.
Nobody's going to be bothered by that because he's that good.
Right.
Unless he comes in and looks like a bum, no one will care about that.
True. I'm a side with you, though, for two reasons. One is Jerry's got the history of pulling off a trade in midseason for a wide receiver. He did with Roy Williams and he did with Amari Cooper.
How'd those work out?
Didn't work out very well, but this is Jerry Jones you're talking about.
Right. Don't be that. It working or not doesn't really mean a damn thing, honestly.
Now, a lot of people say, well, they don't have the money.
The trade for Amari wasn't bad.
It wasn't. Roy was a disaster.
I look at it as bad because you didn't keep him when he's still a good receiver. I thought that was weird. Like, y'all traded whatever you traded for him, got a couple years, and then just let it go. Like, all right, I get it, but probably should have kept him around. Him and CD would have been nuts.
We weren't winning championships to dismantle the team, give good draft picks, do it again in 2 years.
Who?
The Cowboys.
Oh. Cowboys.
Yeah. And then the second part is a lot of people think that, for the money that Adams has, I think the last 2 years of contract is not guaranteed, I think.
No.
So you'd be on the hook.
Wherever he goes is going to be a new deal. So that's what they have to keep in mind. He's going to want a new deal.
He's going to want a new deal. But a lot of people
walk, which makes it a rental. That's not
right.
That's not okay for anyone.
So they're going to have to make a choice because I think somebody for Dallas is on the IR right now. I don't think he's going to be back next year unless he takes a team-friendly deal. I think his ego won't want to let him do it, and that's Jamarcus Lawrence. He comes off the books this year. And that's how I think he's on the hook for like 22 million, I think.
Yeah, so that'll be the money you'd be giving to Davante Adams. But then they're going to have the problem. If he gets a new deal, he's going to want something close to Lamb. They're going to put that much money in the receiver room.
Can't afford to do that.
Right, so probably not going to Dallas, unfortunately.
My man going to Dallas. You can't keep going through the season without changing this or trying to like help it. You have to. And even if you try to go back for Amari Cooper, okay. But you go after Davante first. Make an effort. I want to hear reports that the Dallas Cowboys tried. Not that,
yeah, that's how you can ask.
We didn't have enough money for him. Just say we tried and we didn't get him. That's what I need to hear out of this. Regardless if you get him or not, I just need to hear that you made an effort in trying to go get him because he's on the market right now. Your team and you see your team going down at receivers. I mean, we got a running back problem too, but I would rather fix the receiver spot right now and make the running backs look a little bit more better this month. Let me get Davante a little.
Fair enough. But yeah, wishful thinking. Also, Pats fans, shut up. We don't want them. Stupid.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say you. I said Jake. I'm talking about the rest of our idiot fans.
Hey, Dog Holler.
What happened?
I hit Dog Hollers.
Yeah, nah, we're all set. We ain't got, even if we got the money, what's the point? He gonna want. People don't understand now. See, I've been explaining. I'm sorry, I gotta go to rant. Soapbox time. People in New England, Patriots fans, which I don't understand is, I don't know how many people I had to tell in the last week to stop talking about, we did so bad in free agency. We did so bad here. Like, yo, someone said we got to work on our offense. We drafted 2 quarterbacks. We drafted 2 receivers. We drafted a tight end and 2 offensive linemen. Almost our entire draft was offensive, which is absolutely the opposite of what the Patriots have ever been. And then someone said we should have built the team through the free agency. First of all, no team in history has ever been built through free agency. Not one. Not one good team has been built through free agency. What happened?
I said this isn't baseball.
Yeah, it's not baseball. In football, you have to have a nucleus, and then you use free agency to plug all the holes or to have a luxury spot. That's it. Free agency is not for building teams. We saw that with the Eagles that time. Also, who was really hot last year? Hottest team in the league last year, young team, Texans. How's it look this year that they won the free agency? They're 2-2. It's not looking great.
Mm-hmm.
Winning free agency is not how you win a championship.
And I want to go off of what you just said too, and say the only thing that's luxury to me that you should go try pulling off during free agency is linemen. Get veteran offensive linemen.
Even then, I wouldn't do it. You want to know why? Because the best offensive linemen typically don't leave the team that drafts them.
Exactly. That's
How
why
often does that happen? It's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
If you have a cornerstone left tackle, every time his contract is up, if he's actually playing football, you give him whatever he wants. Because that's how important his position is.
You know the last time that worked for a team? It was the Rams.
When they
Whitworth. That was the last time it worked for a lineman. And Whitworth was at the end of his career. He did a 2-year deal, won a Super Bowl, and retired.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about. That's the way it works when you already have a great team and you just add the pieces.
Exactly. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
I was agreeing with you.
Trying to build a team through free agency, never gonna work. Everybody needs to chill out.
You want to know a funny, MLB funny, man? I just read. There's a rookie on the Tigers, the highest salary player on the Tigers team. You know how much he's making a year?
How much?
$2.8 million.
That's a rookie.
That is.
That's when teams.
He has the high salary. Yep.
How you build teams? Do the draft. And you have to be good at it. And then you have to be able to develop the talent. Because some teams can draft really well, don't develop worth of shit. So.
All right. So we're gonna do, it's almost time for what's time for the best part of the show. All right, so last week we had some movement.
Yeah, some movement, huh? Oh yeah, I like movement.
Coach fucking killed it last week.
I didn't move nowhere.
I love it.
We had for number one, we had a new number one. So let's see if I can find it here. Huh?
Just move on up.
Yeah!
How did that happen?
Baby.
I was up 2 points
think
on him. How's he number one?
Baby.
So Took went 12-4 last week.
Unfucking believable. Bravo.
Yo.
Will went 8-8.
8-8.
Yo, go ahead.
Jake went 9-7. And I went 11-5.
I fucking was garbage.
Yo.
I want to recount.
Yo.
Absolutely.
Crazy thing is, I showed my lady before we hit like Sunday, before we hit the Monday night games. I showed my lady. I said, "Yo, this is the third time in less than a year where I've done this and ended up 12-4." And I told my lady, like, "Yo, I should have just parlayed all these picks, or at least the first 5 or 6, because that's how it was the other day. I was looking at the because I write the list of the teams I think are gonna win, and the first 5 would have made me whatever money I put on it, dog." Yeah, I got it. Not this week though. I feel like it's kind of calmer, but one of these weeks I'm gonna do it because I know this ain't gonna be the last 12-4 of the season.
I had a pretty good week last week. The only part that sucked is I have a money league that I do the picks in, and for some reason I didn't have the same picks as the ones I did on the show. It didn't do as well.
Yeah, that happens to me.
But I did see, and hopefully we'll be able to see that with when Dale brings it up. Is the on the college pick'em? I think I went 16-4 last week.
5.
The Saints really messed me up being garbage losing to the Falcons.
So for the year, Took is 36-28. Jake is 35-29. Will is 33-31, and I'm 30-34.
Now I'm in danger of being in last.
I needed that because I had a dismal 2. I think I had a dismal 2 weeks in a row.
I got to get my shit together.
The first weeks will put you far behind.
I went 8-8 in week 1, 5-11 in week 2, 6-10 in week 3.
Damn.
Yeah. That's some real weeks, man.
I've been batting like 500 all year. Just half right, half wrong.
Jake's best week was week 1. He went 12-4. He's gone 8-8, 6-10, and 9-7.
The more we learn, the worse he got.
I stayed hold up. I stayed positive.
Will's first week, he went 11-5. Then 6-10, 8-8, 8-8.
Yep. The more you know, the less you do.
Went 12-4 last week, and that wasn't even his best week.
13.
He went 13-3 week 1. But in between there,
good.
In between there, he got 5-11, 6-10.
I'm of the opinion that Took is we're all playing with a handicap. Took better win this shit. All he does is bet on these games every year. You better win this fucking league.
Somehow I'll come up top again.
I'm really and out of all of us in the room, like the most like really like trying to decide who's gonna win a fucking football game. I don't think
because when you're picking, there's also $50 on the line. Typically, it's not just what's going on in bragging rights. My man got lunch money on.
I'm gonna hold it to 20. I'm gonna hold it to 20 this weekend, man.
Cool. That's
all right. So let's get these picks in here. Game 1, we have the Bucks at the Falcons. Who you got?
I'm going Falcons. Everybody's trying to lean on the Bucks. I understand why. There was a couple of scares going into the week for the Falcons. B. John will be playing tomorrow. I'm gonna take the Falcons at the crib.
I'm going with the Falcons as well. B. John, I did see that he's listed as healthy. I believe in that Falcons defense.
Jake.
Well, I know Will's probably going to be happy with this. I'm also taking the Falcons. I was on the Bucs side until I just found out that Antoine Winfield's out, and that's hurting the secondary. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a heyday. So, yeah, Falcons.
You like that? Because I don't. Give me the Bucs.
That was a good setup.
Kirk Cousins is better on Thursdays than Mondays.
True.
You'd have to be.
The Jets at the Vikings.
It has to end, right?
Nope.
It has to end. I don't know if it's going to be this week, though.
That's fair.
Revenge game for Darnold.
Yeah, so much. I want him to go for. I hope he goes for 500 yards. I really do.
Wait.
Really
Hold up. Where's this game being played, Coach?
In Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Yeah, that's Darnold and the Vikings all day.
They're gonna be scolding. Them horns are gonna be blowing. It's Valhalla up in that bitch.
And they're gonna be going. They're gonna be going crazy, especially since Aaron's gonna be in the building. They hate that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm with it.
I got Minnesota. 2.
Aaron, do you hear me? Beat these motherfuckers at the crib. I'm going Jets with the dub.
I like it
already. The booty game is next. The Panthers at the Bears.
Lions, Tigers, Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Games that's Soldier Field. I'm gonna take the Bears.
Yeah, the Red Rifles balled them. I'm gonna go with the Bears also. Bears got a good defense.
Yeah, and Caleb's just slowly getting better, so Bears as well. Can't make no separation with you assholes.
Yeah, Bears.
Got a sweep for the Bears. The Ravens at the Bengals.
Bengals.
Divisional game.
Bengals.
That's who you got, Will?
Yep.
You said this is in Cincy?
Yep.
It is.
Easy game for Baltimore.
Woo!
I'm going Baltimore as well.
We going to high. The Ravens already went through some slack. They can't go back down through the 8-ball losing the Bengals. I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Bengals have the same exact storyline though. They've also started off Garbaggio, cannot afford to lose too many more.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
but but
they weren't as projected as high as
the Bengals got their first win last week.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a team that they shouldn't beat in the Ravens. I'm gonna take it. I think Cincinnati's worse than we think they are.
The defense is atrocious.
The Dolphins at the Patriots. I'm taking New England.
Same. Skylar Thompson ain't it. Snoop is okay, but
yeah, I guess I'll take my New England Patriots.
You don't sound so happy about it, Jake.
Taking Miami.
I'm tired.
Taking Miami with the hook. Taking Miami with the hook, man.
Cleveland at Washington. I'm taking the Commanders.
Taking Cleveland.
Same. Browns get back a little bit. Commanders got to come down to earth. Daniels is He's playing really well. The rookie shit has to pop up at some point.
And Njoku might be back, but the Browns still suck. I got the Commanders.
All right. Got 2 for Cleveland, 2 for Washington. The Colts at the Jaguars.
Colts.
Trevor Lawrence has his best game of the season. Going Jaguars.
It's the defense to do it against. They're awful.
They've been, and the crazy thing is, somebody mentioned it the other day that they just haven't been winning games that the close ones. So the NFL sucks when you can't win those ones. We know the stories. The Chargers did that one year. There was another team that did it.
Vikings like 4 years in a row. We're doing
Vikings,
Lions,
Steelers, like all this stuff. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go Jaguars though. Take the Jaguars.
Drake.
I'm also going with the Jaguars.
I'm taking the Colts. I think the Jaguars will have the top seed in the draft.
Yeah, you got to ride with that. He made that declaration.
Buffalo at Houston.
Buffalo Soldier.
Houston got a little chink in their armor right now.
Oh nah. Diggs about to get that payback, baby. Texans, baby.
Hell no, they're gonna lock him down. He's a punk. He's nasty, but I'm glad. I hope that Divinus gets exposed in him when he go back to the Bills.
I like the revenge factor of Diggs, but
who needs more revenge, him or Josh?
I think Josh does, because he's been kind of quiet. He didn't voice too much of his opinion on the whole breakup. And I'm worried about Houston's running game.
What running game?
That part.
Nice callback, man. Nice callback.
Yeah, Mixon got to get healthy for sure.
I'm going to Buffalo. Jake, who you got?
Taking them Bills.
Can't pay my bills.
The Raiders at the Broncos.
That hit hard, Will.
That's a banger.
What's his game?
Were you born when that dropped?
Raiders at Broncos.
Raiders at Broncos.
When were you born? 96, 97?
96.
That was a good year for me.
Yeah, you were alive when that dropped, but just barely.
Damn,
I listen to old music. You know this.
I'll take Denver at the crib.
Denver at the crib?
Yeah. Kind of don't, though.
Jesus. These two teams are trash.
That's what I'm saying. The Broncos.
Nah, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos, too.
I'm going to take the Broncos, even though they scored 9 points last week. They won the game.
So bad. Their team is so
10
bad.
points, sorry. 10 points they scored. 10 points.
I'm going to take the Raiders. Davante's not going to play. Everybody has a tendency to step up and do better when they have something tragic like that happens. Bo Nix is looking pretty. He's looking like a rookie now.
Yeah, he looked
ready week 1, and then like he started being Levis. Raiders.
It got the game film on.
Yep.
Who you got, Jake?
Raiders.
The Cardinals at San Francisco. I got San Fran.
Yeah, same.
I think San Fran.
This is a division game, right?
Yep.
And is this at Arizona?
In San Francisco.
Second straight week, the 49ers got a home game.
I'm going Niners.
I would take the second straight game at San Fran. If I was a betting guy, I would take the points. I would take Arizona with the points. I don't think they slap up 2 straight opponents at the crib. But I would take the 49ers to win since it's straight up.
Mm-hmm. They went against the bum-ass Patriots. They were going to win that game anyway. That has no merit here.
No, I'm talking about the second against Arizona. This is a second straight week at the crib, and you expect the team 2 weeks at the crib to spank 2 professional NFL teams by 20 plus each? Nah, I don't see that.
Zona's on the road too, so that's tough. Yeah.
Crazy.
Green Bay at the Rams. I got Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm got Green Bay.
Till they get their receivers back, it's hard to pick the Rams.
Because if Jordan Love loses again, we're
not doing this. We're not doing this.
He'll be 0-3, and Malik Willis, I'll be getting a shirt that says "Put Malik on the field."
Who you got, Two?
I got Green Bay. They gotta come bounce back after losing to Sam Darnold last week. They got to, right?
Jake?
Real quick. Sorry. I do have Green Bay. Brewers has officially made a Game 3 happen in this first round of the MLB Playoffs.
The Brewers won?
Yep.
And guess what? Crazy thing is, a friend of mine wanted to put money on the Mets tonight. You know what? He gave me the dough. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't put the bet in because I didn't believe in it. I just helped him out.
What if they had lost?
I thought about that. No. I mean, actually, I didn't put it in because my Apple Pay wouldn't let me put it in. So it was kind of God's prayer. I didn't do it on purpose. Now that would have been crazy. I would have slapped myself.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, I need intervention. 1-800-2-PAWN. You know what I'm saying? Help me out.
I got 3 games left.
No.
We got the Giants at the Seahawks. I got Seattle.
Sea chickens.
Clean sweet. Cowboys at Steelers.
Cowboys, bring them up, baby. Start the October month good.
Who'd you say, Will?
Steelers.
Gotcha.
Who you got, Jide?
I got the Arlington Cowboys.
I reluctantly picked the Cowboys. The Brandon Cooks news is no good. Hopefully they figure out what they're going to do with Dalvin Cook. I'm willing to try anything right now. Coming out of the backfield. Anything got to be better than Sin City taking handoffs.
Coach, I just want to let you know something because I don't know why I've kept track of this, but I think I just noticed it. Every time you said I reluctantly take the Cowboys, they won. So you're 2 for 2. Try to go 3 for 3 here.
And then the Monday night game, the Saints at the Chiefs. I got Kansas City.
Saints.
Are you trying to lose this thing?
No, I think they're down right. It's going to hurt them.
Damn, not going to think. Yeah, but Travis still came up big for him that game. So I'll take the Chiefs. Travis has to get back into the offense.
This team can't remain to just play games like this and win games, dog. But they're so Patriot to me that even when I thought the Patriots would lose games like this, they didn't. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Kansas City, Patriot Chiefs.
I don't like betting against 15 at all. Y'all know that. But the way I see it is they're not going to go undefeated, right? So if they're going to lose a game, I just assume it'll be the first game without their number 1 receiver.
I think this team suits already
against a good team in the Saints. The Saints are not a bad team.
They're not bad. Nah, they're not bad. You're absolutely right.
Saints fans, if y'all still here, I'm sorry, go ahead, Will.
I just feel like if I'm at any point this year gonna bet against the Chiefs, this just seems like the safest point to do it.
Fair enough. I was going to ask if the Saints lose this game Monday night, what is the psyche of the Saints fans at that point?
Oh, it's paper bag season again. Right away. Just get the bags. Start scribbling. Cut the pie holes so you don't trip over shit.
I'll see. That depends on, to me, how Tampa Bay does this Sunday. Because that's going to be the team, obviously, pushing it here. And then you got the Falcons still here. So, I mean, the Saints season ain't paper bag yet because they play in this division. And you know there's always a chance in this division. So I'll give it another month. I'll give it to the end of the month, October, to see where the Saints are at then. and then we'll see where this paper bag time. It's probably gonna be November when the paper bag time officially begins.
I'm just telling them to get the bags early. Is all. Just warm them up.
Well, you can buy your bags early. Definitely, the low dock is on strike, so definitely get your stuff early. Back up.
We'll say pop them shits open.
Yeah. You gotta put your hand in the bottom, spread out the edges and shit. I mean, you gotta do the whole thing. Hey, warm them up.
It's gonna be pretty interesting because I didn't partake in it, but after they dismantled my beloved Cowboys, they celebrated so much. Dale was cool. Dale did, but around an area in the streets, it celebrated so much, and a lot of Cowboys fans like, this is y'all Super Bowl.
I called it Mardi Gras parade time. Get the floats.
Yeah.
Who you got for shout outs, gents?
Shout out to you fellas, man. Great show. Always fun, therapeutic. Shout out to the
show was fun, man.
Yeah, shout out to the crowd. And shout out to Mom Dukes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Shout out, happy birthday, Mama Renee.
Shout out to Allah. Shout out to the plug. Yeah.
In that order.
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to Allah for making the plug.
Shout out to you fellows, man. It's always been a lot of fun. We got a tap out Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely, we do.
Hold on. Before we leave out tonight, news, MLB news. The entire Marlins coaching staff has been informed they will not return in 2000.
Damn. They cleared everybody out there, bitch. That's Jeter's team, right?
Mm-hmm. Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, all about to be in the next year.
Wow.
Okay.
Shout out to Dale, Dominique, James, Bobby, and Bailey. Appreciate you hanging out with your boys tonight.
Barnum and Bailey. I was like, what the hell? Got a circus here?
Bobby and Bailey. But Will, we need to get with Dale about I feel like we're due for review show too.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him. He
should be done with Terminator by now.
He gotta be. He's taking too long. How did he start watching that and then not? You know what it was? We told him and he started it right around the same time as Vince McMahon. Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, so, like, he got locked in.
He prioritized wrestling. Of course, I don't blame him. But
right.
Also, what kind of crazy person watches 2 episodes of that and doesn't want to finish? It's crazy.
Right, exactly.
Finish that shit.
I'm still struggling. I'm about to finish the last episode tonight.
Finish him.
Oh, I finished him. Man's dope.
Well, I would have been finished too, but I didn't know there was 6 episodes. I thought it was 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, them shit's about an hour long.
Hell yeah. Take that, man. Take that.
But you glued the whole time.
They basically did 6 decades of wrestling. They kind of covered all of it. Like,
yeah. All right, we getting into a review show. So
terrible.
All right, so who's gonna take us out? I think it's everybody's shout outs, huh?
No.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.